Hello, Sens fans, Maple Leaf fans, everybody, people who like just watching hockey and watching people watch hockey. Welcome to the third in 2 days, What Chaos overtime playoff stream. This time, Pete Blackburn and Sean DePaz. A Battle of Ontario variety as the Ottawa Senators erase a 2-goal deficit, force overtime. I'll be honest, I thought they might have been able to do this one in regulation, but no, we get another stream. Hello, Peter.
Hello, David. How are you? How you
I'm
enjoying this
I,
this stuff?
I'm great, and I'm especially great because I get to see you wearing your beautiful Senator's hat. And if we popped on here and I did not see that hat, I was going to begin by asking you, if not now, when are you
Right.
ever going to wear that fucking thing?
Exactly. And if anybody doesn't know the story of this beautiful, beautiful Ottawa Senators hat, the boys went to Edmonton about a month ago, and we had a layover for like 45 minutes in Ottawa. First thing I did, just hit up the little airport Senators store and bought this nice Ottawa Senators hat. And I'm a Senators boy now. You better
Inter-
fucking believe those are my Senators.
Interestingly, we also had layovers in Montreal and Toronto, and you got nothing there.
Well, famously, both of those layovers was not in the best mood, and
fair,
I also don't
fair
like their
enough.
hockey teams. So
In the time since we have gotten 2 Canadians jerseys, which is double the amount of Canadians jerseys we have tried to get. So we're loading up and we're getting ready for OT. This has been a fun one. This is definitely more what I thought game 1 was going to be, which was low scoring, closer, chippy for sure. A real these teams don't like each other style Battle of Ontario, but nothing outrageous. And especially from the Senators. The Senators have done what, Pete, you were saying you were hoping they could do, which is still play hard without playing like idiots. It took a
mhm.
game and a loss for them to realize that. But if you're a Senators fan, mainly because you're not getting blown out right now, but you feel way better than you did after game 1.
Definitely, I feel like this has been a very good response game, especially like over the last two periods of that game. They kind of dominated in the second and third. Third, you'd like to see a few more shots actually hit the net. But they tightened up defensively and they looked like the better team for the second half of that game.
This is a bummer. I'm seeing people in the chat who enjoyed some of the reactions of watching other games last night. Famously, the number one rule of the overtime stream is to stay on topic. So
I meant to push
it
back
also,
on that on today's show. I don't
yeah,
like the overtime rules, overtime streams having any rules. I think we should just
yeah.
be
I
able
mean,
to do whatever the
Fair,
fuck we want.
I was
fair
doing it
enough.
tongue in cheek, but like, are you saying that we should have another avenue to talk about the Oilers? Like you did 20 minutes on the Oilers today. You know?
Yeah. No, like I think that like whatever the moment calls for, I think the lawless land of the overtime streams is kind of half the appeal.
I agree with that. Probably though, not that probably especially stretches beyond hockey because we end up usually talking about cats and the stream ends up breaking and a cat breaks the stream and those are the things that I like in the stream. So I agree. I would just say like if we're gonna be all over the place, which I love to do, feel very comfortable doing, and I know that our faithful enjoys the Oilers talk.
Mhm.
Making like an additional space for an Oilers episode feels pretty redundant, especially when we knew that no matter what happened in that game last night, we were going to end up talking about the Oilers pretty much the entire show today, which is what we did. And if you're watching for the first time, make sure you subscribe and subscribe everywhere. Get daily episodes on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple, wherever you may get it. So this is underway, by the way, I should note. We're
Mhm.
about a minute and 8 into the first overtime, and let's hope it's. I don't know. At some point, we want a 6 overtime one, but I'll tell you what, the playoffs,
Not
first round
not
especially,
tonight.
will kick your ass. And I already can't believe that this is only the third day of us doing shows with the postseason.
I love it though. I love it so much. Also, I was wrong. There is one rule to the overtime streams, as pointed out in chat. The one rule has to be that they just end immediately as the goal is scored.
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say
never
that.
changes.
We're working on getting a presenting sponsor
Hell
because everything that we do that we sell, I think, is worth it for the sponsor, but especially for this type of thing, if it cuts right to an ad, everyone's going to know that ad forever. It's going to be burned in their brain, like when we did the mock ESPN loop eternal thing during the 24-hour stream. It's such a good sell. Sell it. Let's sell it.
Here is my question when it comes to the Battle of Ontario so far through about 2 games. How many games does this series need to go before Ridley Gregg is officially labeled a terrorist by like the government of Toronto?
I don't want to say labeled a terrorist. I say killed, like murdered by somebody. Like, when you watch this game, are you like Ridley Gregg that pest, or are you like Leafs? What happened? I thought that the other team is supposed to be the confused and distracted assholes. Get over Ridley Gregg. Get over it.
If I had to pick a team to really get obsessed over a player in this series and kind of target them, I feel like the Sens would pick somebody on the Leafs. But if I was going to say that it was going the other way, I would absolutely say Brady Tkachuk would be the guy, the Senators player, that the Leafs got obsessed with. Being obsessed with Ridley Gregg over the thing that happened last year still is so funny to me.
It's a rookie move. Yeah, right. It's a rookie move, too, to go after someone who is going to awaken Brady Tkachuk. Like, if you're going to go after Brady Tkachuk, then, like, you better... you best not miss, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you better win that battle. But if you're going against one of his teammates, and especially one of his shit-stirring teammates, what up, baby? You're just going to awaken Brady Tkachuk. You're guaranteeing that you draw the ire of Brady Tkachuk. Don't do that. Shout out Brady Tkachuk scoring. Shout out Matthew Tkachuk scoring twice. And shout out the number one rule. Can't get distracted and talk about other games. John Cooper just straight up losing the game in the second period. Being like, you know what? I don't think we're coming back from down 2. The officiating, I was going to say this on the show tomorrow, but like, I feel like the officiating has been so bad this postseason that John Cooper was like, let me see if I can get a taste of that.
Maybe because the refs have been getting their asses fucking beat.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be doing a good job either.
They have other shit to worry about. Yeah,
the refs are the most injured team in the playoffs so far through 2 games. Just decimated. Like, somehow the refs are more injured than the New Jersey Devils.
We were texting about it today, and I've never thought about robot umps in hockey, but between the horrible officiating, which Sean has noted correctly, might be just because they're ducking every play, so they're like, they don't really have their eye on the ball, so to speak, so that's affecting them, but also just that they're dropping like flies. Maybe hockey is the next robot umpire sport.
I want I want like cyborg umpire referees where like they're in like robotically enhanced humans.
Good, safe, good.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
What is the score of the Panthers Tampa game right now? Because it's a disaster over there, right? It's like 5-2.
5-2 at last check.
We all silly like the mayor.